Wouldn't it be wonderful to have budgetary information updated in real time? What if you had the ability to know what funds have been encumbered or spent and where you are in relation to your budget the moment a purchase order has been issued? What about the ability to print a report anytime that would give you an accurate view of where you are budgetarily? What if you could do away with spreadsheets, shuffling a paper, and wondering if you have enough funds to perform in the budget? All this is now possible with budgetary control software, BCS, ERP, and more. Budgetary projects creation, original budget protection, amendment support, contracts creation and control, quotations handling, extraordinary purchase orders with budgetary sufficiency inspection, budgetary approval handling, automatic update of budget status and accounting, automatic and simultaneously track and update of data throughout the fund purchase budget finance accounting cycle with full information online, avoiding double data recording. Stay with us and you'll find out why BCS ERP is called the next generation in ERP solutions. BCS is fully bilingual. It allows end users to work in English or Spanish. Institutions will decide the best organizational structure to work with. It may be region, ISD, university, fund, or whatever best fills your administrative needs. The system is very user-friendly. In 2 simple steps, we are into the main menu. This is the budgeting model. It is a unique turnkey tool that supports the procurement process unlike any other vendor, with its elevated functionality in budgeting, contracts and activities, adjustments, and state-of-the-art reports. BCS is the most powerful budgeting tool available. In the budgeting model, we are ready to start creating our budgetary account structure. The first step in creating the budgetary account structure is to set the levels. BCS allows up to 7 levels as needed in the order and concepts that best fill your needs. You enter in detail your funds accounts, your organizations, your functions, your objects, and your programs. Now your master files are created. By this time, your budgetary department is ready to start the budgetary projects. BCS allows the creation of budgetary projects in end users and will determine the user security authorization. It has the support document of budgetary projects and users. BCS processes are fully documented to support management as is required by U.S. Office of Management and Budget and Texas Education Agency regulations. To create a budgetary project is as easy as to combine the budgetary levels. In this very easy way, the budgetary accounts are determined. In our example, we are working the 001 budgetary project. In a very easy, fast, and friendly way, the budgetary amount for each budgetary account is set. BCS allows the user to know the project status. This document is 001, Budgetary Project in Construction Status. This screen shows Project 041. We are able to create as many projects as needed. Now the organization 001 Budget Manager is ready to check and accept or reject the project, as is the 101 Budget Manager and the High 041 Manager. As BCS supports management, it delivers smart information for accurate and on-time decision-making. The Budget Project tool handles 2 stages, in construction and authorized, to show managers their project status. Each budgetary project is revised and has to be authorized. Project 001 is ready to be accepted by the Budget Manager. So is Project 041. Project 001 is rejected, so managers will have to work on it again to tune it as needed. Now that the budgetary projects have been authorized, it changes its status to Accepted, as shown in this document for Project 001 and 041. 101 is still in construction. Once all the budget projects have been accepted, the institution is ready to create its final budget. This process has no backway and will only allow changes under the BCS tool for amendments, as established by governmental regulations. Now the institution has its final budget in detail by fund, organization, function, object, and program. We are ready to control the budget savings, encumbrances, and all the transactions for the best budgetary and financial practices. Amendments are handled easily by BCS. However, this function can be controlled or restricted as desired by upper management. The amendments function allows transfers between budgetary accounts, which means that one account is going to increase and the other will decrease. And BCS helps management to do safe transactions with its very innovative integrated tool, as shown in this picture. In this very easy and safe way, the original budget has been amended. As important as the budget itself is the procurement process control and functionality. That is why BCS delivers the most revolutionary procurement tools. This procurement process diagram shows the two options. The procurement department will have to create their contracts or to process requisitions. In both stages, the budgetary sufficiency will be checked within a single screen in order to allow the contract or the purchase order creation and to commit the budget. As BCS supports the best financial practices once the goods or services have been delivered, and if the invoice is correct, the budget is going to change status as a performed budget. In these very easy steps, your budgetary procurement process will always be accurate, transparent, online, and on time. Please follow us in this exciting process. Choosing the first option as shown in our procurement process diagram, we will start creating contracts. The institution is ready to handle and control the contracts or activities. Cost-sharing programs. Since BCS allows management to control its own funds from the budget or special funds outside the budget. This is its support document. As shown in the diagram, a contract creation is completely attached to a budgetary account. This screen requires the choice of budgetary account the expense is attributed to. The contract creation pushes the process and a commitment to the vendor's payment. Before creating the contract, the system will check the budget availability in the budgetary account. In just one single step, contracts and activities are checked for budgetary sufficiency in order to be created. If the contract amount doesn't match the budgetary amount, the person in charge of the contracts registry will need to ask for a budget amendment or change the contract amount in order to be accepted. This report shows the budgetary account that will be committed. With BCS, you will be able at any time to check in progress of your contract status in detail. Managers will check the contracts and will confirm its acceptance. If the contract or activity is incorrect, it can be changed. Or finally accepted, which will create a commitment status in the general budget. This is the budget status report before registering the contract, and this is the budget general status immediately after registering the contract. Once the contract is over, it will close and remain in historical files as required by governmental regulations. As shown in the procurement process diagram, the second option we have is the requisition and purchase order creation. Here we have a requisition entry from the Bus Maintenance Department of Organization 041. This screen is going to create the requisition information as well as the budgetary account. This is its support document. The requisition has to be checked and accepted by the manager of the department before printing it or publishing it on the web for vendors' consultation. This is the support document. To adhere to TEA and governmental requirements, BCS supports and documents multiple quotation requests and creates a support document that will be signed physically or electronically. Budgetary model functions will automatically handle data throughout the entire process as shown. Once the vendor has been selected, the budgetary department checks the budgetary sufficiency. The system does not accept the purchase order if there are not enough funds in the budgetary account, or creates the purchase order if there are. With the creation of the purchase order, and the budget is going to be automatically committed. In a very easy step, the budget will be checked and approved, and the purchase order will be ready for the vendor physically or electronically. The budget status for this purchase order changes the original budget into a committed budget. BCS allows you to have this updated information immediately after the purchase order is created. As shown in the procurement process diagram, the next step in the process is when the goods are received, or the services are completed, and the administrative staff may process this action. This is the accounts payable model. For contracts or activities, we will need to create an accounts payable registry. Once the accounts payable entry has been created, BCS automatically updates the budget status. It keeps the historical information in the committed status and updates the information as a performed budget status. And at the same time takes care of the balance to perform status in the general budget status report. Executives management will always be able to know their budget in all its stages: the original, the amended, the committed, the performed, and the balance to perform. BCS delivers updated reports immediately after every transaction has been approved and successfully completed. To improve the financial planning, BCS offers attractive functions on the accounts payable reports model, such as reports by due dates, vendor's balance, invoices, and many others. BCS supports managers too in the accounts payable process with its very user-friendly tools. This screen shows that by choosing N or Y, we will process the account payable entry. This function will process and print the account payable entry. The process allows checks printing individually or by dates in the system established by the institution operational rules. Also, checks can be electronically processed. Time to close the month or the year with BCS is as easy as a mouse click. And there you are. BCS takes care of all the budgetary details. Once the month is closed, all available funds will be moved to the next month and will show in detail all the information related to each budgetary account. It controls amendments, contracts, contract cancellation, activities provisioned, activities cancellation, budget savings, and much more. Budget managers and directors will always have current, complete, and accurate information for decision-making in a mouse click. And of course, all your financial statements will be up to date. Your trial balance, your general ledger, your loss and profit statements, and PIEMS information will be available and ready to be sent as required by governmental regulations. And now you know why BCS ERP is called the next generation in ERP solutions. If you could save money, time, and effort, wouldn't you at least like to explore the possibilities with us? Join us. Join BCS ERP.